All right, everybody, now with that being said, I want to end here tonight with one more thing. I want to answer a question that I get from viewers quite often. I am asked a lot of the time, when you get a new holster, and people know I just got a new holster because I just started carrying a different gun, how do you break it in? Sometimes they're so tight you can barely shove the gun in it. And then if you do, you can't get it out. So what do you do to get it to where that holster is a little more accommodating for your gun when it's brand new? Well, like I said, since I got a new holster here, a new 1791, which are holsters that are very thick and very well made, so they often come very tight, I had to break this in. When I first got it, I couldn't even get the gun in it. I just started breaking it in. And the gun, you had to put it on the ground and force the gun into it against the ground so that you could get enough pressure to get it in there. And then I didn't think I was ever going to get it out, which is why you should never just force the gun in there like that. What you should actually do is what I'm about to show you here. All right, you got your gun and you got your holster. The first thing you're going to want to get is some saran wrap or some press and seal or whatever you've got around that's, like saran wrap, like this right here. And then you're going to take this and wrap your gun in it. Get a couple good layers on it. Now, once you have the saran wrap on the gun, then you want to stick it in your holster. You just want to force it in there. Now, what I do after I put this in there like that with the saran wrap on it, I let it sit for about 24 hours. This gun has sat with this like this for 24 hours now, or this holster, I should say. So it's ready to actually be worked a little more. And what I mean by working it some more is just taking the gun and pulling it out of the holster, putting it back in, out, in, out, in, out, in. And you do this for about, I don't know, a minute and a half, 2 minutes. That should be plenty. I mean, who can go longer than 2 minutes? And then when you're done, well, first you go cry in the shower for 20 minutes if you're anything like me. But after that, you just let it sit for like another 24 hours. And then by the time that's happened, you take the gun out, take off the wrap. And then after you've done all that, just 24 hours later, now you've got a holster that's much better broken in. It may not be perfectly broken in yet, but it's definitely broken in enough to use. It'll come out much more easily now, as you can see there. Didn't have to fight with it. And if it was on my belt, it would come out even easier. So that's all you really have to do. Like I said, wrap that gun in saran wrap, stick it in there, let it sit for about 24 hours, and then work it some, and then let it sit another 24 hours, which I haven't even done yet, and you got a holster you can actually use.